Dziękuję bardzo. Ale sfeltr rodistak. Es mich drolin. An will to gema. Are you well? Now this video is not for everybody. It could be for everybody. It should be for everybody. But it might not be your cup and tea. I wanted to go over my Go Bag. Now I carry a Go Bag, or it's an EDC, or everyday carry Go Bag that I bring with me everywhere I go. You know, my car is always packed for, you know, a long extended camping trip in the trunk. But I carry a bag, a Go Bag, and the items in it, I think some of you might take an interest in it. So today we're having some, what is this? Tea and Coffee Company, Edinburgh Highland Blend Tea. Ooh, it's kind of shiny right there. Oh, there we go. It's fantastic. It's got a nice Highland Coo on there. And it's quite lovely. I'm smoking one of my favorite pipes. I'm smoking a Virginia again because summertime I'm really big on Virginia blends. So if it gets too smoky, well, I don't know, deal with it. Now in the survival world, in the bushcraft world, primitive, you know, wilderness living skills, stuff like that, there's the common 10 C's: cutting tool, combustion, cover, cordage, candlelight, cotton bandana, compass, cargo tape, and canvas needle. In some form, I carry that kind of stuff in my Go Bag. This is my Go Bag. What it is a canteen or water bottle pouch made by Maxpedition. I'm a big fan or proponent. It's not the right word. I like their stuff a lot. I have a bunch of their packs, and they've never disappointed. You can beat the hell out of them. They're great. Now, this is a 12x5 size water bottle holder, or canteen pouch, whatever you want to call it. They come in different sizes, but this is the bigger size, and it allows you to fit more stuff, or different size water bottles, or different types of items, if you will. It has this front pouch, and I've attached 2 side pouches to mine, along with this carabiner that's kind of in the way. Now, I'm going to go through what I carry, and not necessarily why I carry all this stuff, but I'll go through the items. And as with most of this stuff in this field or this area, your mileage may vary. You might carry different stuff because you're in a different spot or you're doing different things. For me, I find myself often and most times in rural areas. So this is something I might throw just on my front seat or on the front passenger seat, like on the floor, and it's just there. I mean, I don't leave it there when I'm like shopping or something. It goes in the trunk and it gets locked up. But this is something that comes with me everywhere I go. I often like jump out of the car and take a small nature hike, you know, well-groomed trails, but there's times that, you know, I might go off the beaten path at a nature preserve or a wildlife refuge, and this allows me to have some creature comforts. It also allows me to spend an inconvenient night camping in, I guess you would say, summer months. I like it better than having a backpack because it's smaller and I don't have to carry so many items. So I guess let's just dive into it. What I don't like about the Maxpedition water bottle holder is when you order it, you have to buy the strap separately, and you have to buy the pad that goes on the strap separately. Now, if you're going to order this canteen pouch, if you will, from, say, Self-Reliance Outfitters, which is the Pathfinder school, they sell it in a army green. I think it's an OD green, and they sell it in black. But when I bought this, they didn't have theirs in stock in black, so I went with Maxpedition instead because it's pretty much the same item. But theirs comes with the strap of the pad, so keep that in mind. And I think they're roughly around the same price. So you're getting the strap and the pad for free if you get it from Self-Reliance Outfitters, which makes great stuff, by the way. Okay, let's just dive right in and see what's in my front pouch, which everything that I have in here is stuffed to the brim for a reason. First thing that I have is some Gorilla Super Glue. I have it the extra large bottle, and I have it in the gel form, because if you can't fix it with super glue, it ain't broken. Here's a quick tip though on super glue that a lot of people don't realize. If you're super gluing two things together like you do, if you use a little bit of water or a little bit of rubbing alcohol on the other side where there's no super glue, the bond will adhere. It'll bond to it a lot quicker and be stronger. So, folding this down, I have a lighter because, well, one of the C's was combustion. A Bic lighter is one of my favorite go-tos to start a fire because even if it's wet, I can make it work. Even if there's no fluid, I can make it work. Magnifying lens in a sleeve so it doesn't get all scratched up, because you can start fires with a magnifying lens. This is an SOL, Survive Outdoors Longer survival blanket, and it's for 1 to 2 people. It's Mylar. It's red, reddish orange, and look at how small this is. This reflects 90% of your body heat back to you. Why not carry something as small as this to help keep you dry from rain, to set up a quick shelter, to wrap up in if you need to? It's fantastic. This small little tin, I have those extra large cotton balls that ladies use with some petroleum jelly on there for starting a fire. It's also in a tin, which means when I'm done with it, I can use any type of cotton or even punk wood and make charred material to start fires with. And this is actually tat wax, an old tin of tat wax. Pill bottle with some medication, ibuprofen, Excedrin migraine, Tylenol, aspirin, allergy medication, anti-diarrheal stuff, and some Gorilla Tape wrapped around it because, well, it's good to have extra Gorilla Tape. I have 2 of these little Propel pouches that are great for flavoring some water and getting some extra electrolytes. I have a headlamp because why not have hands-free light? This is a Black Diamond. I'm not sure which model this is. I'm pretty sure it's like 300 lumens. It takes 3 AAA batteries. And it's got 3 settings plus strobe. Gorilla Tape, because if you can't fix it with super glue and Gorilla Tape, it ain't broken. Lots of things you can do with super glue and Gorilla Tape, not just what you would think. I have a Sharpie, because you never know if you got to write on something or on someone, if it's an emergency. Ferrocerium rod, a ferro rod, And this one happens to glow in the dark, and a striker on some bank line, because that will work even if it's raining. Cutting tool, I got this Swiss Army knife. It's my go-to for a lot of stuff. I rotate this in and out of different kits. This is the Swiss Army Ranger Grip 70, I'm not sure. It doesn't have the corkscrew. It has the awl and the screwdriver on the back, and it has a really big saw. So the saw works fantastic. And in the bottom, I have a small button compass. Yes, it's not a great compass. I have a better compass that's in another rucksack, but this gives me a decent direction. I've used my phone right next to this, and it's accurate. So it works. There's shitty button compasses out there. That's a little bit of a better one. Don't ask me where I got it. And that's all for this front pouch. And this side pouch, I call this my communication pouch, because my phone is generally in my pocket. So this is other stuff that's related to communication. I have, this is an Anker power bank. It charges my phone, I guess about 3.5 times full. This is a charger for one of my flashlights called an O-light. It's magnetic on the top, and it fits on my O-light, and I can plug that into my Anker power bank if need be. I have a brick for charging, a charging cord, and this neat little ditty here, which is a charging station for my O-light flashlight. The O-light flashlight that I generally carry in this pouch is, the other pouch, I'm sorry, fits in here. And you can charge the flashlight in here about 3 or 4 times. So when the battery on my flashlight goes dead, I don't need to plug it into my power bank for my phone. I can plug it into here. So that saves, battery. And that's all that's in my communication pouch. Now, why do I carry the cord and the brick and all that kind of stuff? Well, where I live, I'm generally between 2 major cities. I live in Western New York, and like I said, I'm generally in rural areas, but I'm between the cities of Buffalo is to my west and Rochester is to my east. So sometimes I find myself in a suburban or an urban area, and having this kit with me is nice because I have means to plug in if I'm at a friend's house or out shopping somewhere like at a mall. Pretty much anywhere that you can plug into. Some places are illegal to plug into. On this side pouch, I have my O-light. This is a small little O-light. This is the Baton 3. I have the Baton 2. It's up in the loft next to my bed. I use that pretty frequently. I keep this one charged and try not to use it. This is like an emergency light. I like to have it fully charged at all times. And below that, I have this small little emergency bivvy. Now, remember how I said this little shelter, I guess shelter if you want, is made of Mylar, so it reflects heat. This bivvy is made of Mylar too. Now, when it comes to something like inconvenient camping, like I mentioned, you want something to sleep under, something to sleep in, and something to sleep on. This would be under, this would be in, and we'll get to on later. Now, opening the main pouch for the canteen, I also have this stuffed full. Now, this is the lid for my Canteen Cup. I'll get to that momentarily. Now the 12 by 5 Maxpedition allows you to carry like a 13-ounce Nalgene bottle. I have a 40-ounce clean canteen that fits in here very well. I have the Pathfinder, the Self-Reliance Outfitters titanium cup and water bottle, the canteen. Not the canteen, I guess, but the water bottle. That fits in here very well. But I choose to carry, my bad, what is called a GeoPress GRAYL. Now, this is my water bottle that I like to bring everywhere because this purifies and disinfects, cleans your water. I can take this from any natural stream. I'm going to get rid of things like protozoa, bacteria, viruses. It kills like 99.99% of everything. It's better than a Life Straw, and it's better than a lot of other filters out there. Yes, it's big. Yes, it's bulky. But all you do, your water would go in here. Is there's a fill line on the back of this. See that? You might not be able to see it very well. This doesn't come out very well either because it's dry. It's a little bit harder to do. But the filter's on the bottom. And this is replaceable as well. You take this part of the cup and you stick it in the water. And I've put it in pretty mucky water. Now, you might want to do a pre-filter, depending on what kind of debris is in there. But something like this is even fantastic to bring if you're traveling, and even water out of a well or a tap might not be the greatest for you. Sometimes when you go overseas or something, they tell you don't drink water because, it can give you diarrhea and stuff like that. This will keep you healthy and clean. And what you do is you fill it up to the line, you put this in, and I generally put it on the ground because you need a good steady pressure, 2 hands, and you push down. Yes, you can't see me doing it, but I'm pushing down. And as you push down, the water would rise and come up, and then it's closed, and then you just open your thing, and you can drink. Safe, clean, potable water. So that is my choice for my water, because the worst thing to happen to you in the woods is getting really sick, having diarrhea, and being uncomfortable. So I leave the house, it's full, I have water to drink, and when I run out, generally in my area, there are creeks and streams that are completely fine to just dip that in and have fresh water. Your other method of having good fresh water is to boil, and that's where a good canteen cup, and this can be a bowl. You can eat your food right out of here if you have something to make, but I have a lid for it too, so you can boil water. I could also make char cloth in this if need be as well. And this nests right inside here just fine. Now this is the Self-Reliance stainless steel canteen cup. Their titanium canteen cup does not fit with the GRAYL. So that's why I picked my stainless steel one, because it's always nice to be able to boil water. Do not put boiling water into your GRAYL. If you're worried and you're paranoid, you could filter with your GRAYL and take that water and put it in your cup and boil it. It's a bit overkill, but you could do it. Other items I carry in that main pouch is an orange bandana, because it's cotton cloth. I can make char cloth out of this. I can use it to signal. There's a million things you can do. You can carry stuff in it. You can dip it in a cold creek and wrap it around your head or your neck. You can make a sling with it, sling stones. There's a bunch of things you can do with a cotton bandana. And orange is great because it's highly visible in case I needed a signal for something. I also carry some cordage. This is, I think, 25 to 30 feet of bank line, tarred mariner's line. You can split it up into 3-ply if need be to break it down a little bit further. I don't carry a sail needle or a canvas needle. I don't really do any sewing or any gear repairs or anything like that when I'm out in the woods. And this is just a go bag, so I'm not really needing a needle for anything. So going through the list: cutting tool, have it covered. Combustion, I have more than one ways. Cover. Oh, there we go. The other thing. On the bottom of the canteen pouch, I have a 55-gallon barrel drum liner, a garbage bag. This is, I think, the 6 mil. It's very thick, very durable. So you have something to sleep under, the emergency bivvy, something to sleep in, and this would be something to sleep on. You could use this as a ground mat, something to sit on, or what you would call a browse bed, which you take this bag and you open it up and you shove tons and tons of leaves in there, browse, and you have something to sleep on to protect you from conduction. When it's cold, or even not as cold as you might think, the ground is going to make you feel a lot colder than you really are, and you'll lose body heat. If you have about 4 inches or more of compressed leaves, like once this bag is full and you sit on it, you lay on it, that compression should be about 4 inches. Anything less than that, your R value is going to suffer. It's going to be colder. So yeah, stuff this full of tons of leaves. You got a little bit of a mattress to sleep on. Throw your emergency bivvy on top of that, and then this you could set up as a small little lean-to or a little bit of a tarp shelter, and that'll reflect heat, back to you as well, especially if you have a fire going. And on the very back, I have mounted this knife that I tipped over. I don't have the right clips yet that I need to attach this knife to, but this knife is one of my favorite go-tos to bring into the woods to have fun and play with. It's never failed me, and it's a great knife. Now on the back of that, I could attach my silky saw, a folder, the Gomboy, or my Gerber hatchet that has a pull-out magnetic knife. But this knife is my go-to knife. This is the Falkneven S1K, made out of COS laminated steel. It's got a nice plastic handle. It's a stainless steel. It's not going to rust. It's wicked sharp. It's, I'll show you how thick this is. This knife has got some serious thickness to it. Not that you're going to be batoning the hell out of your knife, but you can. And once it's locked, yes, there's a little bit of jiggle, but it's locked. It's never coming out ever. But I got to get a couple different ties for the back of this. Now, if I wanted to carry the sail needle or the canvas needle, I could take a little bit of Gorilla Tape and just put the needle right back here and tape it on. Not really a big deal. But that's generally my go bag. I got this extra carabiner here in case I want to clip stuff or add anything that I want. Now, I can take these pouches on and off at will because they're just, on here through this this MOLLE webbing, and I have different pouches for different things that I could easily just, swap something out depending on where I'm going and what I'm doing. I have this nice little morale patch on the top. You should know what that means. If you don't, it means situation normal, all fucked up. And I guess that's my go bag. It's a lot of stuff to carry, but it allows me some creature comforts. And you'd be surprised how often I need to pull out a Swiss Army knife. Now you could swap that out. Like I said before, your mileage may vary. You might want to carry like a good Leatherman, like the Surge or the Wave, and have some extra bits with you. You know, you might want to carry a small screwdriver. And like I said before, with those pouches on the side, I could attach a different pouch if I know I'm going to be in a more urban area and have things that are going to suit my needs. But these items in the main pouch, inside the canteen, and that front pouch never change. I always have my communication stuff, and sometimes I don't necessarily focus on having like a bivvy or something like that, but the front pouch always stays put. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm planning on doing a similar video to this called What's in Your Sporin? Something to think about. A lot of guys that wear kilts have a sporin, and a lot of guys that wear kilts go hiking. So what items might you put in your sporin? I'll show you what's in mine soon enough. Cheers. It's long a full.